Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been nice. I had a yoga lesson on or session on Tuesday, and oh, excuse me, I was tired going into it. And as I said to my yogi, look, I'll just see what I can do. And she's like, look, how about since you're tired, we'll do a yin yoga session. I was like, yeah, sure. Not knowing what that was. Oh, it was just what I needed. It was like we did some breathing and some stretching, and then we did um three different yin yoga poses, and you hold these poses for kind of like 3 minutes. It was three anywhere between 3 and 7 minutes, and it was 3 minutes, and I am not joking. I came out of there feeling so relaxed and just it was just so nice, and the feelings that stayed with me for a couple, for a day. It was just lovely, and I'm just so glad to have had that to do. Um, Apart from that, what else have I done this week? I've done a bit more work on my cross stitch. Oh, blast is downstairs. I forgot to bring it up. I'll let you see it next week. But I'm making some progress in it, and I managed to get the little fur cone finish, so that's good. I may try this weekend and try and get the wee mouse done, and then I'll put it away for a month and pick something else. So I want to try and start doing monthly rotations. I may actually just put it away now and pick up something new. I'll decide. I haven't kind of decided. This week, reading wise, I've read two books, which has been lovely. Both of them have been really good. So the first one was the Seaside. It was called Seaside Friends by Nellie Brooks. If you haven't watched, I've got a review of it plus the inspiration bake. I used it as my book and a bake episode for January. But if you don't want to go and watch that, I will tell you what the book is about. So we meet Nella or Mela, and Mela, we meet her as a young child, and she lives with her mother in Harbour Bay, or is it Bay Harbour? One of the two. I get confused. And she's a best friend called Amelia, and we meet them one day on the beach, and they're having fun. And then you find out a wee bit more about her mother Julie lives in this blue house, and they Amelia loves coming around. Mela loves having Amelia there, and they're just really best friends. And then something happens, not that day, but later on, and so Mela moves away. And we now meet her, and she's married. She's got 3 grown-up children. Well, not grown up, early 20s. And her husband is running for a political position. I don't know whether it's governor or something like this. And so she's sort of helping to run his campaign. And something happens, and she decides, sod this, I need to get away. And she ends up going back to the blue house. But the blue house is not habitable at present. And she ends up going and staying in the town motel, which she discovers is run by Peter, who is the brother of another one of her childhood friends. And she and Peter were also friends, so there's that. And she books in for 7 nights. And the following morning, Peter has already phoned Amelia, and Amelia comes round, and they start to rebuild their friendship. There's a lady in the room next door to Mela, called Sunny, who is staying in the motel for various reasons, and she was best friends with Mela's mother. So we have all of this. Then Mela's oldest daughter comes and sort of like, Dad's phoned, I've got to bring you back because there's some ball happening and you've got to come back for that. And Mela does, but she promised she'll come back to the town and sort out Blue House, which she does, and we find more of her story from there. It was delightful. It's the start of a quartet, and I will definitely be carrying on with that quartet. I so want to know what happens. Whether I get the next one now and read it next month, I don't know. We will see. But oh, just so good. And then I read The Sunrise Sisterhood by Cathy Bramley. This is part of a project that I'm doing that you will see later on in the year. You'll probably see it before, actually. Let's see. Probably see it about April, March or April. But really pleased to have read it. Really enjoyed it. I will give you will get a full review of that when I put that video out. But I did really enjoy it. I'm beginning to really enjoy Cathy Bramley's writing. She's some really good plot lines, really strong characters. So really, how much am I saying really? Oh, I've got to go swally a dictionary or a thesaurus. So yes, so that was that. What am I going to read next? To tell you the truth, guys, I don't know. It's the start. February is the start, obviously, of the Retro Romance Readathon, and I have 2 books. I have The Duke and I by Julia Quinn, which is book 1 of Bridgerton, and I know somebody will be shouting at this, going, "You're not going to read that, are you?" Because she absolutely hated it. And I've got others who are going, "Yay!" So I'm going to try it. I was lucky enough to find it for like 10 pence, so I don't mind whether I like it or don't like it, it doesn't matter. I also have White Lies and Promises by Debbie McComber, so it'll be one of those. I'll try and get both of those read in February. Excuse me. So I don't know which one, whether I'm going to start one of these or whether I'm going to start with something else. I really don't know. Yeah, we'll see. It's like I'm kind of, you're between books that you've had 2 really good strong books, and you're like, oh, what do I read now? Because what happens if it's not as good? But so that's my kind of dilemma at the moment. So that's, you'll find out next week what I end up picking up. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. What's happening this weekend? One of my best friends is coming for the weekend, so that's really good. Looking forward to spending time with her. I think we possibly might go down to Peebles one of the days she's here. The Six Nations start this weekend, so it will be interesting to see how that goes. I don't know how they picked the way that the matches were going to be played, but the first match tonight is France-Ireland. Now, most folk are thinking, that's a Grand Slam decider match. Why are you putting that on first? Why is that very, very first match? To me, that just doesn't make sense. But hey-ho. Scotland play Wales. We're playing Wales away. Tough game. Very tough game. But hopefully it'll be a good game. I think it could be quite a close championship, I think. That's what I'm saying. Looking at sort of, shall we say, how things went in the World Cup, you would think that France and Ireland will be the top 2. England and Wales got through to the quarterfinals. They got out their pools. Scotland and Italy didn't. Mind you, both Scotland and Italy had blinking hard pools. So we didn't get a fair sort of, shall we say, not turn of the dice, but it wasn't as favourable for us as some other teams. So I don't know if, you could probably put France and Ireland out there as the top favourite 2. I think they have to be. And then with England and Wales and Scotland scrapping for 3rd place. Depends what Italy are like, whether they come out firing this year or not. we'll see. They notoriously can be very much hit or miss. So we'll see what it goes, but I'm looking forward to opening weekend. That's going to be good. So that's kind of it, friends. It's a very short video this week. Yeah, but that's fine. You know, I'm trying to say just to read one book at a time. I was reading 2 at one point. No, come on, let's that's silly. Let's go back to one a book at a time, and that's been really, really nice. So please let me know down in the comments, have you read either of the books I've mentioned, and let's chat about them if you have. Or are you intrigued enough with Cathy Bramley to pick it up without me sort of saying very much about it? And what about Seaside Friends? Would you like to read that one? What are your plans for the weekend? I'd love to know. But until my next video, friends, stay safe, happy reading. Bye!